Vocal fatigue isn't a real thing. Let's get vocal. We've all said it. I still catch myself doing it, saying, "Your voice sounds tired or fatigued." It's a common phrase to describe a problem, but what exactly is vocal fatigue? For some, it can be sort of a badge of honor that their voice would be tired at the end of a gig or recording session. "I know that was awesome because my voice is shot." But that's not true. What you perceive as vocal fatigue is never a good thing. It will always make your voice sound weaker and less in control. So when I say your voice sounds tired, it's always with the intent of asking what's wrong, especially with clients. How did you get here? Pro-level vocalists, even extreme ones, should work to try and never feel vocal fatigue. And like I said, it's not really even fatigue. Let's call it what it really is: vocal damage. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about damage that will instantly destroy your voice. Most people recover in a day or two. But it does mean that you're doing something to hurt your voice, and eventually your voice will begin to fail you. And if you find yourself in this state often, you are most likely setting the stage for more serious vocal damage in the future. Unlike going to the gym, where you view fatigue as the sign of a good workout, the voice isn't in the same category. Your voice muscles don't fatigue like that. In fact, your voice will never actually fatigue and fail you in its primary job, which is to protect the airway. Have you ever been too tired to cough? The muscles you use to sing and speak are the same ones you use to cough. And if those muscles are ever actually too tired to work properly, you're having a medical emergency. So, what's really going on? You heard me say damage. Yes, vocal damage. Now, a little bit of damage is unavoidable for an instrument that collides with itself hundreds or thousands of times a second. Your voice, like your tongue and your eyes, is constantly repairing itself, for the most part on the surface of your voice. Think of it like a sunburn or a red mark from a scratch. Technically damaged, but nothing serious. But if you've been pushing your voice beyond what is comfortable, you've moved beyond mild irritation and are now causing it to begin to swell up. How much and how fast depends on what your body thinks is the appropriate response to what it perceives as a threat. The more you push it, the faster it swells. And when it does, it won't vibrate like you're used to, and it will take more air pressure to do the same job. If you then push harder to get the now swollen voice to vibrate, it gets even worse. And soon, you're at the point where your voice doesn't want to vibrate at all. The thing that we call vocal fatigue, or losing your voice. Now do this long and often enough, and your body will start to consider a more permanent solution, like nodules or a polyp. But even in the short term, the reason thinking this way can be a problem is when you hear fatigue, you might think short rest and I'll be good. Take a little break from running to catch your breath, and then you're running again. But that's not true with swelling. If I do some damage to my arm, it begins to swell. I'm not getting the result that I want, so I create more force. Now, I've caused some good swelling from that. How long do you think it's going to take for that to go away? A few minutes? No. Hours at least. And no tea or spray or other miracle drug will eliminate that swelling on my arm or on my voice any faster. Bottom line, vocal fatigue, or your voice getting tired, is really damage to the voice, swelling. The only true cure is to wait for the swelling to go down. And if you find yourself there often, get help to avoid more serious problems down the road. The best way to deal with a swollen voice is to prevent it from happening in the first place.